Diana Taurasi, 0 points. Caitlin Clark fans, 100% furious. It's like a math problem gone wrong, but there's more to this equation than meets the eye. We're solving the Team USA basketball puzzle, one player at a time. Taurasi's scoreless streak in 2 Olympic Games has sent shockwaves through the basketball world. The WNBA legend, known for her clutch performances and scoring prowess, finds herself in unfamiliar territory. This stark contrast between her reputation and recent struggles has ignited a firestorm of debate among fans and analysts alike. As Team USA continues its quest for an 8th consecutive gold medal, the tension is palpable. Caitlin Clark supporters are vocal, questioning the roster decisions and team dynamics. But beneath the surface, stats and fan reactions lies a deeper story of strategy, legacy, and the future of women's basketball on the Olympic stage. With their 58-game Olympic win streak on the line, Team USA faces more than just on-court challenges. The Taurasi situation is just one piece of a complex puzzle that we're about to unravel. Stick around as we break down the numbers, analyze the strategies, and explore what this means for the future of Team USA basketball. Diana Taurasi's basketball journey reads like a legend. From her NCAA championship days at UConn to her WNBA dominance with the Phoenix Mercury, Taurasi has been synonymous with excellence. She's a 10-time WNBA All-Star, a 3-time WNBA champion, and the league's all-time leading scorer. Her impact on women's basketball is undeniable, inspiring a generation of players with her clutch performances and fierce competitiveness. But recent Olympic Games have painted a different picture. Taurasi's stat line in her last 3 games tells a story that's hard to believe. 2 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds in 35 minutes of play. For a player who's averaged 19.3 points per game over her WNBA career, these numbers are shocking. It's not just a bad game or two, it's a trend that's raising eyebrows and questions. So what's behind this dramatic drop in performance? Age could be a factor. At 41, Taurasi is playing against opponents who were in elementary school when she won her first Olympic gold. The physical demands of international competition are grueling, and recovery time becomes more crucial with each passing year. Team dynamics might also play a role. Coach Cheryl Reeve has emphasized the importance of depth, stating, "We're not the USA dynasty without it." This strategy could mean a reduced role for Taurasi, affecting her rhythm and confidence on the court. It's a delicate balance between honoring veteran leadership and maximizing current performance. Strategic decisions are another piece of the puzzle. Team USA might be using Taurasi differently, perhaps as a decoy to open up opportunities for younger stars. Her presence on the court commands respect from opponents, potentially creating space for teammates even when she's not scoring. Experts and fans have voiced frustration over Taurasi's continued presence in the starting lineup. Some argue it's time to prioritize performance over experience, especially with talented players like Caitlin Clark waiting in the wings. The debate highlights a broader question: when is the right time to pass the torch in elite sports? Despite her struggles, Taurasi's impact goes beyond the box score. Her experience in high-pressure situations, her ability to mentor younger players, and her understanding of international play are invaluable assets. These intangibles don't show up in stat sheets but can be crucial in close games. Here's a surprising insight. In games where Taurasi has scored 0 points, Team USA has still managed to win by an average margin of 19 points. This stat reveals the team's depth and resilience, showing they can succeed even when their legend has an off night. It also suggests that Taurasi's contribution might be more subtle than we realize, perhaps in areas like defensive communication or offensive spacing. The Taurasi situation is a microcosm of the challenges facing Team USA. How do you balance respect for legacy with the need for peak performance? When does loyalty to veterans become a hindrance to progress? These are questions that extend beyond basketball, touching on themes of aging, adaptation, and the evolution of team dynamics. As Team USA moves forward in the tournament, all eyes will be on Taurasi. Will she bounce back and silence the critics? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of basketball's greatest players? The answer could shape not only the team's gold medal chances, but also the future direction of USA basketball. As Team USA's lineup sparks debate, one name keeps coming up: Caitlin Clark. This college basketball phenom has taken the sport by storm, leaving fans and analysts alike wondering if she's the missing piece in the Olympic puzzle. Clark's college career reads like a highlight reel on repeat. In her final season, she averaged an eye-popping 27.0 points, 8.6 assists, and 7.1 rebounds per game. These aren't just good numbers, they're the kind of stats that make you double-check the box score to make sure you're not seeing things. But it's not just about the numbers with Clark. Her style of play has fans buzzing and opponents scrambling. She's got a knack for creating scoring opportunities out of thin air, and her basketball IQ is off the charts. When Clark's on the court, there's a palpable sense that anything can happen. So why isn't she suiting up for Team USA? That's where things get interesting. Supporters of Clark argue that she's exactly what Team USA needs right now. They point to her dynamic scoring ability as a potential game changer for the team's offensive strategies. In a sport where momentum can shift in the blink of an eye, Clark's ability to take over a game could be invaluable. There's also the energy factor. Clark brings a fresh face and a new style of play to a team that some argue has become predictable. Her inclusion could inject some much-needed excitement and unpredictability into Team USA's game plan, but here's where the debate heats up. On the other side of the court, we have the veterans like Diana Taurasi. These players have been through the Olympic ringer before. They know the pressure, the expectations, and the unique challenges of international play. Experience matters in high-stakes situations. Taurasi's leadership on and off the court has been a cornerstone of Team USA's success for years. She's been there when the games are tight, when the pressure's on, and when split-second decisions can make or break a medal run. Team chemistry is another factor that can't be overlooked. Taurasi and her veteran teammates have developed a rapport over years of playing together. They know each other's tendencies, strengths, and weaknesses. This kind of on-court synergy takes time to develop and can be crucial in crunch time. Critics of replacing veterans with newcomers like Clark argue that raw talent isn't everything in Olympic competition. The international stage brings its own set of challenges, and experience often trumps potential when the gold is on the line. But here's a twist that might change how you look at this debate. Let's compare Clark's college stats to Taurasi's early career numbers. In her first two WNBA seasons, Taurasi averaged 20.4 points and 5.5 assists per game. Impressive, right? Now look at Clark's college average, 27.0 points and 8.6 assists. The numbers suggest that Clark isn't just holding her own, she's potentially on track to surpass one of the game's greats. This comparison adds a new layer to the Taurasi-Clark debate. It's not just about choosing between experience and potential, it's about recognizing that sometimes potential can be so great that it demands attention, even in the face of proven experience. The Clark conundrum isn't just about one player or one Olympic cycle. It represents a broader question facing Team USA and many sports organizations. How do you balance honoring veterans who've brought you success with nurturing the next generation of talent? When is the right time to start the changing of the guard? Team USA's victory over Germany wasn't just a win, it was a testament to their resilience and depth. After a shaky start that saw them trailing 15-6 in the first quarter, the American squad bounced back with a vengeance. They outscored Germany 25-10 in the second quarter, turning the tables and taking control of the game. This comeback wasn't just about individual heroics, it was a team effort that showcased the true strength of USA basketball. Jackie Young emerged as the standout performer, lighting up the scoreboard with 19 points. Her sharpshooting was on full display as she drained 5 of 8 attempts from beyond the arc. Young's performance wasn't just good, it was the kind of clutch play that can turn the tide of a tournament. But Young wasn't alone in her stellar performance. Aja Wilson contributed 14 points, while Brianna Stewart added 13 to the tally. These contributions highlight the offensive firepower that Team USA brings to every game. It's not just about one player carrying the team, it's about a collective effort that overwhelms opponents. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of this victory was the performance of Team USA's bench. The reserves scored a whopping 52 points against Germany. This isn't just a footnote in the box score. It's a clear indication of the team's incredible depth. When your bench is outscoring entire opposing teams, you know you've got something special. Coach Cheryl Reeve emphasized the importance of this depth, stating, "We're not the USA dynasty without it. I think it's what defines the dynasty is the depth of talent that the USA has." This statement isn't just coach speak, it's a fundamental truth about what makes Team USA so dominant in international competition. The game against Germany was a perfect example of how this depth translates to on-court success. After their slow start, Team USA went on a blistering 21-5 run in the second quarter. This wasn't just a momentum shift, it was a complete takeover of the game. The ability to flip the switch so dramatically speaks volumes about the team's versatility and mental toughness. But the onslaught didn't stop there. In the third quarter, Team USA maintained their momentum, ending the period on a 20-7 run. This sustained excellence is what separates good teams from great ones. It's not just about taking a lead, it's about extending it and putting the game out of reach. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Remember all the talk about Diana Taurasi's scoreless games? Well, here's a stat that might change your perspective. In games where Taurasi has scored 0 points, Team USA has still managed to win by an average margin of 19 points. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a clear indication that Team USA's success goes far beyond individual scoring total. This stat challenges our assumptions about individual contributions in team sports. It's easy to get caught up in scoring averages and highlight reels, but basketball is a complex game. Taurasi's impact might not be showing up in the points column, but her presence on the court, her basketball IQ, and her leadership are all factors that contribute to the team's success. The victory over Germany, and the way it was achieved, tells us something crucial about Team USA's approach to these Olympics. They're not relying on a single superstar or a fixed game plan. Instead, they're leveraging their depth, adapting to challenges, and finding new ways to dominate on the court. As we look ahead to the quarterfinal match against Nigeria, this adaptability and depth will be key. The knockout stages of any tournament bring new pressures and challenges. If this game against Germany is any indication, Team USA is more than ready to face whatever comes their way. Coach Cheryl Reeves' decisions for Team USA reflect a delicate balance between honoring veteran players and maximizing performance. The team's recent lineup changes, particularly in the starting backcourt, signal a shift towards optimizing effectiveness on the court. This strategy isn't just about individual players, it's about crafting a team that can adapt to the evolving landscape of international basketball. Reeves' approach highlights a broader trend in sports management, the need to blend experience with fresh talent. While veterans like Diana Taurasi bring invaluable experience and leadership, the injection of younger players keeps the team dynamic and unpredictable. This balance is crucial for maintaining Team USA's dominance in women's basketball. The impact of these Olympic Games on Taurasi's legacy is significant. As she chases a record 6th Olympic gold medal, her recent performances have raised questions about her role on the team. However, it's important to remember that legacy isn't built on a single tournament. Taurasi's career achievements, including her status as the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, have already cemented her place in basketball history. For Caitlin Clark, these games represent a glimpse into her potential future with Team USA. While she's not on the current roster, the ongoing debate about her inclusion reflects the excitement surrounding her talent. Clark's college performances have set a high bar, and many see her as the future face of USA basketball. Her situation mirrors a larger trend in women's basketball where emerging talents are challenging established veterans for spots on elite teams. This scenario isn't unique to basketball. Across Olympic sports, we're seeing a shift in how teams approach roster building. The focus is increasingly on creating a mix of experienced leaders and rising stars. This strategy ensures continuity while also preparing for the future. Team USA's approach reflects larger trends in women's basketball and Olympic sports as a whole. The emphasis on depth and versatility is becoming more pronounced. Teams are moving away from relying heavily on a few star players and instead developing strong, well-rounded rosters. This shift is partly driven by the increasing competitiveness of international basketball, where traditional powerhouses can no longer coast on reputation alone. The situation with Taurasi and Clark also highlights the changing nature of athlete development and career longevity. With advancements in training, nutrition, and recovery techniques, players like Taurasi can extend their careers well into their 30s and even 40s. At the same time, young players like Clark are entering the sport more prepared than ever, thanks to improved youth development programs and increased exposure to high-level competition. An insider perspective on Team USA's long-term strategy adds a new dimension to the Taurasi-Clark debate. According to Gino Auriemma, former Team USA coach, anytime you have a group of players who have played together and won together and have great chemistry, it's invaluable to a coach. This statement underscores the importance of team cohesion, suggesting that the decision to keep veterans like Taurasi isn't just about individual performance, but about maintaining a winning culture. This insight challenges the notion that roster decisions should be based solely on current performance metrics. It suggests that Team USA's strategy involves a more holistic approach, considering factors like team chemistry, leadership, and the ability to perform under pressure. This perspective adds nuance to the debate about integrating new talent, highlighting the complexity of building a team that can succeed at the highest level of international competition. As Team USA progresses through the tournament, the strategic decisions made by Coach Reeve will be crucial. The team's performance against increasingly competitive international opponents will test the effectiveness of their approach. It will also provide valuable insights into how well they've managed the balance between veteran experience and emerging talent.